Well, hello folks, my name's Ian and a warm welcome to me shed. What's the candle about? Well, the other day I picked these up, didn't I? You may have noticed. I thought I'd stick a candle in them. So here they go. Thought I'd take a few more candles out and just like make the garden. Get used to lighting candles. It's a totally clear sky. I wish I could say that about everything else. So light. My car is still full of the stuff that I haven't yet stripped. It's Sunday evening now. I've only an hour or so and I have to pack in, get ready for work tomorrow. So that's got to be dealt with. In between, I was on the couch having a mince pie. Yes, a mince pie, and it's still October. But the way I look at it, there's 8 weeks till Christmas, and there's at least 15 different boxes of mince pies I've got to try to find out which one is going to be on, the table at Christmas Day. So you've got to start early. Anyway, I was having my mince pie, to which I got a message from my electrician contact saying, I'm just passing, and would you like me to drop some stuff off? I said, yeah, just put it on the bin, to which he did. Well, there's nothing wrong with a big pile of cable, is there? Unless you've got nowhere to put it, but that's the next thing, we've got to find somewhere to put it. I'll put the light on. That's a little bit better. So I still haven't had time to strip that. I've been doing a bit of DIY today. I've been doing filling some cracks in and painting some window edges. So I've got to find home for that, which I think is going to be behind the bin. Got to find home for that. Got to find home for some other stuff behind the door. But let's go in the shed. If we can get in, of course. Still got the transformers to do something with. I've got a limited walkway, and then we got the bench, and I've got to finish that wood burner and tattle the stuff on the bench. Biggest problem is I've got all this cabling off those welding sets, and that's a trip hazard. Trip. That reminds me. Yeah, I've been watching a channel called John's Workshop. He's rebuilding a quill off a milling machine. He's made his own parts eventually, and a great, fantastic job he's done too. At the end of his video, he says, "I'm going to have to tidy my workshop up. I mean, you can eat your dinner off his floor as it is." And he says, "I'm going to have to tidy my workshop up because I'm fed up of tripping over stuff." John, you don't know the half of it, But I'm going to be interested in John's engineering approach to how to tidy a workshop. That should be something worth watching. Anyway, I'll show you my way of tidying up a workshop. So my first issue is, I've got all this cabling on the floor. With that out the way, I could put my buckets of brass and copper and stuff there. Well, that's got to go somewhere. And be quite honest, there just ain't anywhere for it to go. But look at that. Ever since I removed that door, that gives me that access. And I did this earlier. I put just underneath over there to all those them on. I thought, whoa, Ian, sheer genius. Why don't you hang them off there? Get some off the floor. So how do we go about that? Well, you're talking about a guy who doesn't actually throw much stuff away. So I know that when I do outside painting and I go up a leather, you've got to hang your tin of paint off something. So I have this big hook There we go. That hangs over me. I can't remember which way it is. That hangs over my ladder, and the tin of paint hangs off that. So we hang that over there. Gives us a big hook, and all we got to do now is put a chain round that, thread the stuff round that, it'll look like that, and I'll get my floor space. Have we got any chain? Of course we've got chain. Well, we have chain if you don't drop it. Well, I can't do this one-handed. So, just give me 30 seconds. And just like that. Oh, Tommy Cooper. Just like that. We got my hook. And we got that. And we got that off the floor. Right. Well, whilst I did that, piece of stainless steel fell out my stainless steel tub. Pen. This, remember I picked them two lights up, showed you earlier, just put the candles in. I also picked all these LED wall lights, which I've had in the window, nothing's happened, so I thought I would take one apart. Happens to be stainless steel, every bit else. When I took it apart, and very simple, there's only tidgy tiny screws in it, a lot of them, but tiny screws. Oh, I've already thrown it away. Little LED strip. There we go, get it out of the bin. Tiny LED strip, there we go. I got it out, turned it over. Well, there was no battery in it. So, probably explains why it doesn't work. Not too convinced about the circuitry. I think it looks burnt out, but I think it's just corroded. But we'll have a play with them. And after we've had a play with them, we'll have a play with this time clock that we got. What's a time clock? Come on, if you work in a factory, you get a piece of card, you stand at the clock, wait till it goes 8 o'clock or whatever start time you're in, you stick it in, press it down, and it goes clink. And then there's in, out, shake it all about. Time to go for your dinner, time to go home, you clock it again, shows your starting time, your finishing time. If you were late starting, you might even get quartered. You know, if you're 3 minutes late, you knock 15 minutes off your wages. You won't think that would happen in this day and age, do you? But, well, alas it does. So, I've lost my train of thought now. Can't get at my bench. Right, so don't fall over here. Well, don't fall over that. So I could take those, stack them in there, get the wood burner, put that there. That clears the bench up. Then I can bring that cable in from outside. And if I can get that done in time, then Scrapping Irish is live tonight, 8 o'clock. So I've got 30 minutes to sort it out. Then we can take the mick out of e-waste, Mike. Don't micro scrap, fool. Oh, and Bert from Brutus Metal Arts pointed out when I did my weighing yesterday at the old anvil yard. Look at the figures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spooky. Let's have some medicine. Speaking of Brutus Metal Arts, there's his figure that he sent me. Love, stronger than steel, still as shiny as ever. You have some must have some quality lacquer that you put on your goods. Right. I better mention Anfield Road, YouTube, layout in the loft, stickers. Oh, and that reminds me, Alexander Smith. Yes, I will send you that circuit board holder eventually. Right, a bush just like magic, bins stacked inside of each other, the wood burner turned upside down, and then you can find out I can stack bins inside of the wood burner. That'll leave me a flat top with which I can put that tray of cable across. Boom, I've got floor space, I've got workspace. Tell you what, there's going to be some nice copper coming off those welding sets. Isn't there just? And just look at that cable. Nice. Right, onwards and forwards. I'm going to have to call it it. I've got loads to do. 25 minutes to go before scrapping Irish is on. I've still got all that cable coming. Empty the car, because if the car's not empty and I see something tomorrow, there's no room to put anything in the car. Scrap life. Don't you just love it? See you lot soon. Well, 8 o'clock, scrapping Irish, about to start. Well, that didn't work out that well. I can no longer get past this point. Yeah, that worked out okay. My bench, I'm afraid, I just lost all that space. John's workshop, I'm so interested in seeing your way of tidying up a shop.